We've not done a vlog before. We thought that this format would give you an insight into how we take wildlife pictures. This may be just a one-off, or maybe it's the start of something. So let us know what you think. In the meantime, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel for more of our videos.
Today was meant to be an office day, a day when we were going to catch up with our paperwork and do all the bits and pieces that need doing. That's now gone a bit by the wayside, and now find myself laying on the floor in our sunroom. The whole story was that we were busily working away in the office, and we came out to make some lunch, and we noticed that there were two young crows trying to bath in our very small bird bath. Over the last 2 or 3 months, we've been feeding a carrion crow and a hooded crow every morning with some dry dog food. They've been coming in, we think they're a pair, or at least we did think they were a pair. We've now got the proof that they were a pair because we've now got the chicks coming in. The chicks are a hybrid, obviously, between a carrion and a hooded crow. So we abandoned all the office work that we were thinking of getting done today, and as I say, we now find ourselves laying on the floor with a door open, trying to take some photographs of the crows. The trouble with taking pictures of crows are that they are very, very suspicious birds and incredibly intelligent birds. That makes them not easy to actually photograph. So I don't know whether this is going to work and whether we will actually be able to take some pictures of them. But it seemed a good opportunity to try and get some pictures or close-up pictures of crows. I don't think just being in here with just a bit of camouflage over the camera is going to work. They have come back and landed in the garden a couple of times. They are so wary that any sort of movement, if we try and move the camera even very slightly, they tend to get very edgy. We tried to take a picture and they just flew off, and now we're going to have to rethink what we're going to do. So we've now taken the option of setting a hide up. Hopefully this will hide our shapes inside the house. We're still shooting out through the window, but hopefully the hide will just break up the shapes, and that will mean that the birds will come down. They won't see a human shape, and therefore they'll come down to feed. So there's a second setup. Unusually the first time we've ever put a hide up inside the house, but we couldn't think of anything else to do. We put the hide up outside. The birds are not used to it, so that probably will mean that they won't come in. So hopefully this will just hide our shapes inside, and we'll be able to take some pictures when they come in. Well, we've given the crows a good few hours to see if we can get a picture of them, and we've heard quite a few times them in the area with the adults and the youngsters calling to each other, but we haven't seen them back looking at the food. They haven't even come back into the garden at the moment. As I say, we've given it a few hours, so we're now thinking that we'll pack up and see whether they'll actually come down for the bait or not. It may be that they've outfooled us. They are incredibly smart birds. We'll maybe call it a day and see if we can at least get them to come down and feed, and then we'll have to try and, if we want the pictures, we're going to have to try and outwit the crows.
So we did have to have a quick rethink. We spent 3 days trying to get pictures of the crows, As you can see, we had to go to some quite elaborate measures to hide the fact that we were in the room. We had a few false starts. The odd blackbird and robin coming in to steal the food that we'd put out. It wasn't until the end of the 3 days that we actually got an opportunity to photograph crows. The juveniles spent a good morning with us, coming into the garden to feed, not only taking the bait that we'd put out, the dog food, but also taking regular bird food that was in the ground feeders.